running for Senate in District 14 because I believe we need a senator who fights for the values that are important to us.
Well, the bond belonged to my father. It was a $5,000 bond. He had purchased it in '87 and thought he'd hold it for many years. It had a very good rate of interest. Unbeknownst to my father, the bonds were called within a year or two after they were issued, and he never received notification that they had been called. And when the 20-year maturity period was up, he said, "Son, I think it's time we redeem this bond." At that time, he was 95 years old, and he needed the money. There have been several acquisitions since the original bond was issued, and Bank of America finally ended up as being the trustee for the fund. So I began a very, very lengthy set of exchanges with the Bank of America. They said the thing to do is to take that bond, open an account in our brokerage at Bank of America, and once you have opened that, then send in the bond and just tell them to cash it and put the cash in the account, and you might invest there with the money. That certainly sounded reasonable to me. I collected all the papers and sent in a request for the account to be opened, and nothing happened, and they kept asking for more and more information. As a matter of fact, a number of months went by, and each time I called, they asked me for something new. And finally, after a number of months of simply being referred from one person to another and being asked for additional documentation, I realized they were not going to open this account for my father. So finally, I said, you know, I've reached the end of my rope. I've done everything I could conceivably do. I've spent months and months at this. I have to get some help. So I went to see Karen, and I said, see if you can't please help me. Before very long, the people were calling me from the Housing Opportunity Commission and saying, oh, Fred, well, we think maybe we can do something for you here after all. They referred me to their Office of General Counsel. I got a very nice letter from them, and it said, oh, we know just where you need to go. And lo and behold, it worked. Finally, my father got his $5,000. I'll tell you frankly, I would never ever have seen a cent of that if it had not been for Karen's help. Just a few words from her were completely invaluable to get people concerned and to get them actually ready to help me.
I could sense the frustration in Fred's voice when he called me on the telephone. People think, unfortunately, that $5,000 isn't a whole lot of money. Well, to most of us, including me, $5,000 is a lot of money. Bureaucracies get busy, they get crowded, they have stacks of paper at the corners of their desks, and sometimes it takes a little reminder from someone in the legislature to dig through that stack of paper and do it.
It just wouldn't have happened without you.
Probably not. I hate to say it. I ask for your support for someone who likes to stand up for the little person, and I want your support and hope you'll give it in September.